So the guy in the front row wants to know how soon you can start harping on my pants. That's it, I believe it. That's the last straw. How you guys doing? Oh, I'm glad you still have some energy. I wish this were vodka. Topo Chico would be good. Any Topo Chico fans in here? Oh my gosh. How many of you have never tried Topo Chico? Get out. You guys, it's the greatest thing ever. It's really good, babe. You're like it loved. I used to drink a lot of soda. And a friend of mine who's really into exercise and stuff, he's like, you know, bro, you can shed those extra pounds if you dump the soda. I was like, yeah, well, what do I replace it with? Topo Chico. And I didn't think it would work, but it's awesome, you guys. It is so good. It's a sparkling mineral water, carbonated mineral water. I think I do 3 bottles a day. I just love it. And you know what? Somebody had the nerve to tell me, you need to hydrate more. And I was like, I drink Topo Chico all day. And they're like, that's not hydrating. What do you think is in that bottle? That's water, right? I mean, just because there's bubbles, that doesn't not make it water, right? What? I'm drinking air. No, they don't. Don't even tease me, bro. You guess what he just said?
Topo Chico hard. It's vodka and Topo Chico.
Topo Chico hard. I like the sound of that. You know, somebody asked me if I could meet anyone living or dead, who would it be? And I said Jesus, but I don't have to wait anymore because he's right here, everybody. Stand. Now, levitate. I love your book. You guys, I'm so tired. What a great day. You know how, I hope you feel this way too, but one of my favorite things at a convention is at the end of the day and you're just exhausted, right? You just want to collapse, but it's a good kind of exhaustion. You know what I mean? You feel like you enjoyed life, you know? You met a lot of people, you looked into a lot of great faces, you saw fun things, you did fun things, you were hanging out with your friends, and you're exhausted, but for all the best reasons. Exactly. So that is me right now. We started signing at the table today at 10 a.m. I've never left it until just now. And you know what? I could not be happier. If I collapse, I will have a smile on my face. I promise. And it's all because of you guys. So thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Are we gonna be serious or are we gonna be fun? What are we gonna do today? Everybody's like, no more serious talk, please. Okay, well then we won't be serious. Who said that? Get out. No, just kidding. I agree, why not both, right? Why can't it be uplifting and maybe even in some ways encouraging and educational, but at the same time be fun, right? So I'm gonna let you guys kind of guide that. And we will go whatever direction you wanna go. Before we get started, and be thinking of any questions you wanna ask, okay? But before we get started, there are a couple of things I wanna make sure to tell you about. First of all, how many of you got, I don't know if you're all in the room or not, but how many of you got any of my custom Creo pods? Let's see it, yay! See, she didn't. You like it, don't you? She took it. Those of you, he's cute. anything like me. But for those of you that don't know, about 3 years ago actually, I had started wanting to make a custom figure. I didn't say pop, I didn't say Funko, because it's not Funko, it's a Creo. Creo is Latin for I create. Isn't that cool? And all of us create something, right? Wow, I almost said something really stupid. I'm so glad I didn't. You know what I was going to say? No, you think I should say it anyway. See, you're not good. You're not good for me. I was going to say, we all create, right? We all create something. Everybody creates something. And I was going to say, even this morning, if you went to the bathroom, you created a poopy. Right? Wow. Now you know I'm tired. Okay. So I started this process. And I don't think any voice actor has a figure. There are obviously characters we play. But this figure incorporates 13 different characters that I've played. Some of the more popular ones, like Full Metal, Oran, Dragon Ball, Ruby, Naruto, JoJo, Persona, One Piece, and how about Kirk? Well, somebody said the hair kind of looks like Captain Kirk. I thought it was supposed to be my hair, but maybe it's Captain Kirk. Let's just go with Captain Kirk here. Let's go with that. These are custom made. They're very rare, and I brought 20 of them to the show. We had them today, and they were gone in about half an hour. And so we're making more, and I'll have them at my next show in, where am I going to be? No, not that one. The next one. Oh, UltraCon in West Palm Beach. But if you're interested, if you like collecting those kind of things, and if you've enjoyed my work over the years, keep your eyes on like my Twitter or different social media. We'll be talking about where you can get them. We even had some unpainted ones, which was fun. And we thought it would be fun to do kind of a competition where you could paint them all, any cool little creative ways you would like. And then we, see who has the most interesting creation. For those of you that were here at the panel yesterday, I want to apologize if I'm going to repeat myself. But for those of you that weren't at the panel yesterday, I want to let you know about a couple of things. Number one, if you're fans of audiobooks, if you like audiobooks, I have now 5 audiobooks that I've done on Amazon and iTunes and Audible and stuff. Great different genres, different types of novels. They're all really, really great, and I enjoy doing them. So if you like audiobooks, please check those out. If anybody is familiar with any of my music, thank you. I have 6 CDs on iTunes, and some of the more well-known songs I've compiled in a book of sheet music that is available on Amazon. 16 songs, 100 pages. They all it's written out for piano and for guitar. It's got guitar tabs, because I'm sure there are some guitarists in the house here. And if you're a singer, we've had a lot of people perform them. I had the sweetest, can I tell you a story? Sweetest thing happened, you guys. And I want you to know something. And I know I'm talking to people in here that are going to connect with this. I know it. When I was young and I started writing songs, I had no thought at all of like, I'm going to be a rock star. I just wanted to make music. I didn't even really think beyond that, I just wanted to write a song for the sake of writing a song. In the same way a lot of you will sit down and spend hours drawing a picture of a character you like, or writing a story. You have no thought in your mind of, this is going to make me $1 million. No, you just want to get it out. You know what I mean? You just want to express that creativity, whether it's painting or singing or dancing. And for me, music was that way early on, and I would write it, but then I never really had any thought of what I would do with it after. I had no ideas about distributing it or sending it to record companies or anything. I just wanted to make it. So fast forward several decades, quite honestly, and I got the most amazing video a couple of months ago. It was a young couple who had just gotten married. You guys familiar with Cameo? You guys know Cameo? I probably should talk about Cameo too, but I'm not really going to. So I'm on Cameo, and I've done Cameo videos a lot for different people. And like a year ago, I had a request for a video, Cameo video, that this guy wanted for his wife to be. They were engaged, and he wanted me to make a video congratulating them on their wedding. So I made it, and once you do it, like you send it off and you move on with your life. And so many, many months later, I got an email and it had a video attachment to it. And it said, Vic, I just thought you might like to see how your video was received. And I played the video, I downloaded the video, and I played it. And the video was like a professional videographer who was shooting their wedding reception. And like, here's all these people, hundreds of them, in this room, and there's a television, a big flat panel up on the wall, and the DJ says, and now from a special message to our new bride. And they play my Cameo video on the screen. And I thought, oh, that's cute, right? And she was standing there, and he's holding her in the middle of the floor, right? And everybody's around them, and they're watching the video, and I'm just like, congratulations to you guys, and God bless you, and this is a great day for you, and I'm so happy to be a small part of it. But that wasn't the part that got me. The part that got me was after the video finished, the DJ then says, and for the bride and groom's first dance, here is a song by Mignognia called Je ne parle pas. And they started playing my song, and it was their first dance. And I'm watching this video. That's not even the best part. They're dancing alone in the middle of the right, and everyone's watching them, and it's beautiful. And you can hear my song playing. And then the videographer zooms in, and they're both mouthing the words to the song to each other. Like they knew the words. And I was watching this video, and I was suddenly transported back to when I was 17 or 18 years old, making up little stupid songs, not knowing what I was doing, not having any thought that anyone would ever care, And now here, all these years later, here are these two beautiful, this beautiful couple, and they're so familiar with my song that they're literally dancing this close. Come near and stand by me, baby. And they're mouthing the words, and I started crying because I would have never imagined in a million years that anyone would ever care. Now, the reason I tell you that is because I want you to take that and apply it to your own life. I guarantee you there are hundreds of you in this room. I think this room seats 1,500 people. I think that's what they told me. But there are hundreds of you in this room, and you have no idea where your life's going. You don't know what's around the next corner. You have dreams and goals and passions and hopes. But how will you ever make them happen? What can you do, right? You're just one little person in this big, huge world. Let me encourage you, okay? It can happen. Believe in yourself. Believe in the gifts that you've been given. Believe in the opportunities that are presented to you. Study practice, become good at things that you care about, so that when those doors open, you're going to be ready to walk through. You'll be prepared. You see what I'm talking about? You can't wait for the door to open and then, oh, I think I'll learn how to do this now. No, you got to be ready when the door opens. There's so much talent and so much potential in this room. I see what you guys do, and I know how talented and gifted you all are. And I want to encourage you that anything is possible for you. Don't listen to the voices in your head that tell you that this is a waste of time, and you'll never get to do this, and no one will ever care that you can do that, and no one even thinks you're good at that. Don't listen to those voices. Those voices are not your friend. Okay? If you have a passion, pursue it. And trust me, the 17-year-old Vic Mignogna would tell you that he never imagined that anyone would care about any music that he wrote, or any acting that he did, or anything. But if those things are possible for me, they're just as possible for you. Okay? I love you. Now that wasn't the serious part. No, let's have fun now. Who's got a question? Yes, sir. This is my favorite man because he told me about the vodka Topo Chico.
This is less than a question, more of a suggestion. I have one of the rollies that you made for Jose Mega Man. So that would be definitely something. Version of your.
Oh, that's a great idea. Thank you, man. That's a great idea. Thanks, bro.
So where do you get your pants?
I'm sorry, time's up. This pan was over. I get them at the pants store. You guys remember Anchorman? Where'd you get those pants? At the pants store? You know what? I'm gonna give you the tip because I believe you actually care. Not like this guy who wants to make fun of me. There's a great website, if you're interested, called Warnstar. W-O-R-N, as in, I can't believe I've worn these pants, and star. So Warnstar, they have stuff for men, women, great stuff. Check it out, fun stuff. Yes, my dear. Hi. You're sitting by Hannah, Barbie.
Okay,
Did you see her cosplay? Give me your hand. This is Hannah, everybody. Say hi to Hannah. Can I talk about you for a minute? Is that okay? Hannah was very nervous to come to this convention. Have you been to one? A convention? Not this one. Not a big one like this. She was very nervous to fly here. She flew here. And she's met a lot of our friends that she knows from our live stream. And I'm so glad that she came, and she was kind of a little nervous. So if you see her walk around, you make her feel at home, okay? Make her feel welcome. Yay, Hannah! Yes.
I guess I have two questions. One, what's your favorite musical? And, and two, when are you gonna give Nick Rekieta his pants back?
Yes.
Nick Rekieta's not cool enough to wear these pants. Okay, you know what? Squalikins and I went to see Sweeney Todd with, what's his name? Josh Groban in New York City. I was doing a signing there a few months ago, and we went to see, it was great. It was great. The chick that played Miss Lovett, she stole the show. Like, she was amazing. What? Oh, that's right. Yeah, and one of the kids from Stranger Things was, nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around. Oh my gosh, I love that song. Demons are flying everywhere, nowadays. I love it. But as far as my favorite musicals, I've done a lot of musicals, and one of my favorites, I think, is probably Camelot. I loved Camelot. I know you're like, Camelot, they made a musical about that? That was a long time ago. Ask your parents about it. But I did like, let's see, what musicals did I've done Oklahoma, I've done West Side Story, I've done Fiddler on the Roof, I've done You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Who did I play? Guess. What? Can you see Charlie Brown wearing pants like this? I don't think so. Who did I play? Snoopy! I love Snoopy so much. Oh my gosh. Star Trek and Snoopy. And Hot Wheels. Those are my favorite things when I was little. What else? What there? Annie? Did Annie? Did Guys and Dolls? So, yeah. Love musicals. Yes?
Who would you voice again? Who was your favorite character that you voiced?
Let me see. All of them. Honestly, I love what I do, guys. I love every character I've played. Now, some of them are harder to voice than others. Thank you. It just comes from all directions. Did you hear it? Broly. 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 Yes. And you know what? A few years ago, I voiced a character that actually made Broly seem pleasant. Yeah, you're like, how could this be? You know who it was? Character in Digimon. And it was one of the mecha, and his name was Mad Leomon. And he was this giant lion mecha. You guys know this? Anybody reckon? He was, I was praying for Broly relief. Like he would have been a welcome change. This guy was bad. The only good thing was like he was just, there for an episode and then he got destroyed or defeated or whatever. But thank heavens. But I love the characters that I love all the characters that I've played. Some of them are harder on the voice than others. I used to be able to sing a lot higher than I can now, because that's what 20 years of voice acting will do to you. Yelling and screaming and, Kakarot here, and Bankai there, and Ozukimanu here and there. And it'll take its toll after a while. Yes? I'm coming in there to you. Yes.
I was gonna ask because in middle school I used to watch like the videos where they would have panels and conventions with a whole bunch of other characters. So I was gonna ask, do you ever miss that, and who are your favorite voice actors to work with?
I do miss those panels. I really enjoyed those. One thing you guys may not even know, and some of you may know this, but when you voice act for anime, especially, you're alone in the booth. I always used to smile when anyone would say, what was it like to work with, fill in the blank. And I would think, well, I never really worked with them. The only time we would ever see each other would be at conventions, which was kind of fun because you could conceivably do an entire anime series and never meet the actors that you're in the show with. In fact, you could, what are weird? My pants? Oh wait, look, they're not weird. What's weird about them? That's called leather. What is this? Thank you. They look like Star-Lord. I like Star-Lord. Anyone like Star-Lord? Okay. Don't tell Star-Lord I took his pants, okay? I'm sorry. I got distracted. I was exiting this row and I heard her go, man, they are weird. It's like, did you hear that? Security. What were we talking about?
This one has a question.
Oh yeah, the panels. Thank you. There have been a lot of voice actors that I did shows with, and you get to know their voice, right? If this guy was playing Stein, and he would be a good choice. If he came into the studio to record before me, then all I will hear is his voice. I will hear his recorded lines as Stein, but he's not in the room with me. So I'll come in and I'll do my characters, or my character for that show, but I didn't meet him, I didn't see him. But when you hear them, episode after episode after episode, you feel like you know them. You feel like you have a friendship with them, even though in reality you've never met them. I'll tell you a funny story about Aaron Dismuke, who played Alphonse in the first Full Metal. Yeah, I love me some Aaron Dismuke. Well, he was 12 years old at the time. I know, right? He literally, we had a 12-year-old playing a 12-year-old, like a little boy playing a little boy. It was so great. He was the nicest kid ever, but I'd never met him. I didn't know who he was, and somebody told me that the kid that was playing Aaron, that was playing Alphonse, had been in Fruits Basket, and that he was a really great little actor, and he could read really well, especially for somebody his age, and which is very important. And so I'm like, wow, he sounds great, because I could hear him in my headphones, but I'd never met him. So a couple of months into recording Full Metal, I was at ACON in Dallas, and Aaron lives in Dallas, and he was there with his mom, because he's 12, and his mom was pushing a stroller with his younger baby brother, who had newborn, like, I don't know, maybe several months old. So I'm walking through the hallway, imagine this big open hallway, and I'm walking with somebody, and whoever it was with me, I don't remember, said, oh, hey, look, there's, and I went, what? Who? Where? I'm like, right there. That's the little kid that plays your brother. And I go, brother! And I go running. Now imagine a 12-year-old. I'm running at this kid. Brother! And he's like, Mom! And I was like, no, I'm your brother. I'm Ed. I'm just really tall. So, point being, you could spend an entire series building a show and never meet the people you work with. To this day as we stand here, I've never met the woman that played Trisha Elric, Ed's mom. Just never did. Now think about it practically. How many lines did Trisha Elric have? Pick a number. 20? That fair? Let's say 20. You know how long it takes to record 20 lines? Half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. If you're good, maybe less. You know what that means? She was in and she was out. Never saw her again. And she doesn't do conventions. So when would I ever meet her? So that's the weird thing about when those panels meant so much to me in answer to your question, because it was a chance to interact with these people that you felt like you knew already, but that's your big chance to actually sit and talk with them and become friends and interact, go to dinner and sit around and chat at night or whatever, have a drink and just catch up and learn about each other. So I do, in answer to your question, I do miss that. I miss it a lot, very, very much. Okay, you know what? Just because you love my pants, I'm gonna let you ask the next question.
Okay, Early, a JoJo character, right? That was Rohan Kishibe. So have you actually watched JoJo's, and if so, what is your favorite part?
Well, I have watched the part that I was in. Okay, let me just tell you about JoJo. So for years, everybody knows that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has a very specific look to the animation, right? It's drawn in a very specific way, like it's very recognizable. And so for years, I would go to conventions and I would see people in cosplay and I would be like, oh, that's really cool, what's that? And somebody would go, oh, that's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know what that is, but it's cool. And so anytime I would see that particular style of makeup, I'm like, Note to self, that's JoJo. So then fast forward years later, I get called to audition for, what was it, 4? Was it season 4? Diamonds Are Unbreakable. And I went in and auditioned, and I didn't even know what it was. Like, I didn't realize it was JoJo. But the moment I saw some of the animation, I'm like, oh, this is JoJo. I recognize this. And so I just had the best time playing that character. He's so flamboyant. He's so crazy. I just love it. Very extravagant. Heaven's Door. Yes. Yes.
What's your favorite game you've played on Twitch?
There are games on Twitch? Are there games on Twitch? Are there? What's your favorite?
Resident Evil, I guess.
Mine too! I love it, man. Every day, bro. 6 p.m., 9 p.m., I'm there. No, really, I didn't even know there's, wait a minute. Are you talking about people that like play video games online and people watch them? Can I ask you guys a question? Honestly, bro. Honestly. Could you guys move down one? You stay there. Can we talk, bro?
Jake.
This is Jake, everybody. Jake, tell me something. What the hell, bro? Like, I genuinely want to know, Jake. What is the interest in watching somebody else do something? I don't get it. I'm sorry. If there are a lot of you that love doing that, I love you guys, and live and let live, right? You can do whatever you want to do. You want to watch paint dry, it's fine. Seriously. I have no beef, but I'm curious about it. What is it that's so fascinating about watching somebody else play a game? Jake is currently rethinking his life. I really want to know. This is a genuine question.
It's fun.
Wait. Behind you? What did he say? Because they don't have money to buy the game.
Yeah. It's fun to see people react to like fun moments from the game. It's fun to see like their reactions to that. Background noise.
It's better than watching paint dry, right? Thank you. Give it up for Jake, you guys. I'm serious. I'm totally serious about that question. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna get serious for a minute again, okay? Can we get serious for a minute? You're like, oh my gosh, this guy's everywhere. He's all over the place. I want to be serious about this. Stop trashing people who don't like what you like. Leave people the hell alone. Can I just be honest about this? Why does everybody to agree with you? The answer is obvious. They don't. You don't agree with everything I like, and guess what? You're still allowed to live. Do you see my point? What has happened in our world, you guys? What has happened in our culture where, when I was younger, friends, we didn't agree on all kinds of things, you know what I mean? We would have differences of opinions about all kinds of things, and guess what? We were still friends! I don't know when that happened, but there are enough people in this room alone that could turn that tide if we wanted to. Stop trashing people because they don't agree with you about something. And don't let anyone trash you back because you don't agree with them. Live and let live, everybody. Leave people the hell alone to enjoy their lives. If they want to watch people play video games, let them watch them play video games. If they want to watch paint dry, let them watch paint dry. Right? Maybe there is vodka in here after all. I don't know. Maybe he slipped me some hard Topo Chico. No, but you with me on that? You guys, I'm so sick of it, I can hardly stand it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm only human. I'm just a flesh and blood bozo human like you. I have my failures and my flaws and my insecurities, and I am so tired of people trashing people because they just don't like what you like, or they don't agree with you, or they think this. Well, I have an idea. Mind your own business. There's a great idea. I have a great idea. Go build something. Go write something. Create something. Do something of benefit to the world. Imagine if you took all of that negative energy. Imagine if you took all of the hate and the negativity and the trash talking and the slandering and the lying, and you actually put it into building something or creating something that benefited humanity. Can you imagine all the good things that could come from that? But no,
That's too hard.
art. That takes too much time, right? It's too hard. You know what Mr. Spock said in Star Trek? He knew I was going to work Star Trek in here somewhere. You know what Mr. Spock said? Historically, it has always been easier to destroy than to create. And that's the problem. People are so desperate for attention, they're so desperate to be noticed, that they will say or do anything to get it, apart from actually working and creating something and getting good at something, or being respected or admired for doing something of quality. It's much easier to sit on your little laptop and talk crap about people on Twitter. Woohoo! 13 people like my post. Wow. Is that what your life has been reduced to? Do you want that for your life, guys? I don't want that for you. There's a whole big world out there of beauty and wonderful people and great experience. Leave people alone to go enjoy their lives, okay?